Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. What a great weekend we've been having, eh? Weather.
Oh man, doesn't take long to get used to warm weather.
hmm
Beautiful.
Last night we have a fire pit in our backyard, and we made a fire and just sat around. There wasn't a breath of wind,
Nice.
and from where our backyard is, we can see the valley, and it's you just sit there and alone with your thoughts and
Great.
poke at the fire.
Yeah, I have a nice green space behind my apartment here. Lots of people are using it, but it's never that busy. But it's
Yeah.
nice to sit out there in the sun and just read. Or I bring my cat outside now and then. So
You've been out a lot too, Julie, right? You're a gardener?
Yeah, I actually just came in and got cleaned up because I've been outside all afternoon planting my garden, mowing. I'm so grateful to have my house and my patio and my backyard right now.
Right on.
Thinking of this is really, I'm so grateful to have that space.
Yeah.
When you're in quarantine, it's nice to have a nice space to be hunkered down. You probably haven't had enough time to be outside.
Well, we have a bit, but it's all to the end of selling our house. So we're making things look good to hopefully a potential buyer.
right.
And occasionally sitting and enjoying the sun as well. So yeah.
Okay. Are you still teaching?
I'm teaching part-time.
Okay.
And right now what that looks like is I make little videos and they get sent out to the kids. And whether they do them or not is totally up to them. Because like the province announced that the focus for elementary kids was going to be reading and math, basically. Literacy and numeracy.
Oh.
So music is just sort of an extra. If they want to do it, they can. So it's been kind of fun.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably the thing that brightens their day the most, honestly.
For the few that I've heard back from, they love it, right? They do. But I don't know who's really, how many of them do it, but oh well. What are you up to, Graham?
Yeah, I've been able to work with the ESO still through remote desktop from home. I still go into the Windspear about twice a week, but I'm able to do a lot of work from home, some data entry and planning what we're able to do for next season. We don't know exactly when that'll start up, but we're working that out. And it's also been great to connect with more employees, like fellow employees that I've never really talked to before, but now we have daily meetings and catch up with what we're doing. And so it's a neat way to connect. And once we're all able to be together again, we'll be that much closer. So it's been good to stay busy. And we've all been doing different things, contributing help with different departments, because mainly I work in the library just dealing with the sheet music for the orchestra, but now there's so many virtual projects going on that everyone can kind of lend a helping hand.
What's it like in Rosebud?
It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's beautiful, and we're going after the yard. Yesterday we put our garden in, and I transplanted a bunch of strawberries to a new place so we could have another strawberry patch or a bigger one. And our apple trees that we put in last year are budding like crazy. So they made the winter, which we're happy about, because you never know with this climate what it's going to be. So.
And are you talking about like when you might do a show?
So our summer show is canceled, unfortunately. Chariots of Fire is the show we were going to do, and so I don't see us really opening in September for our fall show, just because I don't think people are going to be ready to buy tickets yet. So whether we do our Christmas show or not, I don't know. The show we were going to do in Rosebud Theater is All Is Calm, the World War I truce that happened. And Eric Lichty, who's the music director of Corleone, was involved in creating those arrangements and writing the music for that. So it's for 10 men, all a cappella music. It's just beautiful.
Wow.
So if not this year, hopefully maybe next year. I'm also involved was to be involved in the Canadian Badlands Passion Play, and we rewrote a show back in 2006 to 10, and then we were going to do a remount this summer. And so I've been going after the music the last few weeks here, and a couple months actually, reworking the score because I was composer and music director back then. And so, yeah, I've got some new stuff I've been working on. So that's fun.
That's good. So you're able to still be creative?
Yes. Yes. And now with the weather the way it is, it's hard to drag yourself down to your your little recording booth in your studio and do that. I'm getting to it though, and we'll have a score for next summer.
Are any of you also involved in any virtual choir projects or music projects or anything like that?
I was initially coming up to Easter. I was involved with the Cathedral Church of the Redeemer, just getting some services out for Easter, but I haven't done any since. And honestly, it's not my favorite. It's really hard to record, I found, just yourself, knowing that there's other parts that are happening and trusting that they're all going to fit together. And yeah, it's a really weird experience. I'm sure it's beneficial for the people that hear the ultimate final product, but it's a challenge. I miss that collaboration that happens in person, right? Where you're blending and you're tuning to each other and you're working as a unit.
Hearing a real voice.
Yeah.
Totally. So much. It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's like singing into a box in a small space with headphones on, and
yeah, it's stressful.
It does not feel like choir.
No, it's not choir.
That's kind of the cool thing about having this CD come out, because it'll remind us of what real choir is like.
It's true. And it was recorded at the Bella, so I'm so excited to hear it.
It'll bring back lots of great memories.
Experience of what we will remember, but everybody who's heard any of those pieces, because we did some of them in the conducting workshop, and so anybody's heard them then will be transported back into that actual experience, I think, too.
Mm-hmm.
I hope, anyway.
Definitely.
Well, the one track that I'm excited especially to hear is the one with Jeff Riley on his bass clarinet.
Yeah.
Silencio, I think it's called, because I remember the experience of recording it being kind of like transported. This very kind of Zen feeling, and yeah, we're kind of needing that in our life right now, and I'm looking forward to hearing that.
It's true.
Yeah. How long? When was that recording? Is that 2 years? 1 year ago?
Well, it's been over the last 2 years, right? So we've done it in three different chunks, I think.
3 chunks, yeah. Are you in any choirs up in Edmonton now, Graham?
Yeah, I was recently with Kronos Vocal Ensemble. We at the beginning of March we went on a tour to Spokane and Boise, and that was it was tight timing with this pandemic because we got back on March 12th, the day that the requirements set in for self-isolation if you traveled. So we were a little scared coming back, but that tour was great. But while we were on it, we weren't really thinking of the distancing or anything like that until we got back. So, you know, that was a little scary, but luckily we made it back. But since then, we did do a virtual project, I think, yeah, about a month ago now, a piece, Light of a Clear Blue Morning, a Dolly Parton piece arranged by Craig Hella Johnson. And it was quite a process, very demanding, like recording, like they wanted the highest quality from home, like the best microphone you have, and video also at the same time. It was fun, but a little stressful to get set up. And then it took a little while for it to get produced, and then it was finally released. But that was a fun project. And then I also did another virtual choir project with the Bow Valley Chorus, and they're based in Canmore. And so over the last few years, I've been able to perform for them when they need a boost in the bass section. They'll hire a couple of extra people to join.
Nice. So
yeah, we would perform we performed in the Banff Springs Hotel last year. May was the Mother's Day weekend last year, and but we also did a virtual choir project, Vivaldi Gloria opening movement. So it was all one tempo, and there was a nice click track that went with it, and so it was very painless. That one was done in a couple of days. So
Cool. Well,
fun
you've
to get
been
things
busy.
out like that. Yeah, so it's been great.
I'm excited that they've now made this like that 50 people can get together outside. They've made that allowable because I'm thinking we need to have fire somewhere outside.
Even if we just sang for ourselves, we would be happy, honestly.
It's true.
It's almost like we could do recording projects sooner than concerts because we could have dividers and, you know, fewer people at a time, and, you know, it could be effective with that. Doing any interesting hobbies other than music or anything like that?
I like mountain biking, and we seem to be able to do that. My boys do that as well, so we've been out doing some of that. And I went up to visit Keith in Edmonton, and the trail system there is unbelievable. I had no idea. We rode for 2 hours in one direction one day, and then 2 hours in another, and then the other way was out. My son, he's a monster mountain biker. He took me out for like 3 3/4 hours. By the time I got home, my legs were just pudding. But it's just beautiful up there. Those valleys, the Mill Creek Valley, and then the main valley. So that's piles of fun.
The more time outside, the better for me.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what I'm doing as long as I'm outside.
Yeah, there was a time there when, like, shortly after this all began, where I think I didn't go outside as much. Only in the last, well, that was probably the month of March, and then maybe partway through April. The weather wasn't quite nice, and I was staying inside a lot, so it's been great to get out.
It does look like you've been out in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Today too, yeah.
There's a glow there, Graham.
I've also been getting back into photography. I was telling Bill earlier, so it's been fun to go out and take shots, and it's all film stuff that I'm doing, so it's a little bit more. You have to be more careful about what you take, and so it's been fun to do that.
Well, it's great to see you guys. You too.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good
Great
to see you all too.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah. Okay.
Well, we'll hopefully sing together soon, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
However it has to happen.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
We will.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey,
Nice to see you.
Good
thanks
to
everybody.
see you.
Great to see you. Bye.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.